Hi students, hope you all are well. I am so happy to meet you again. Today I am going to teach you about the lesson The Best Christmas Present in the World, written by Michael Morpurgo. He is the narrator of the story.
Sir Michael Andrew Bridge Morpurgo is an English author, poet, and a playwright who is best known for children's novel.
Through this story, the narrator depicts the eternal love between a husband and a wife.
There are some dates or periods of time in the history of the world that are so significant that everyone knows and remembers them. The story you will read mentions one such date and event, a war between the British and the Germans in 1914. Can you guess which war it was? It was the First World War. There are some dates mentioned in the textbook. Let's discuss now. 4 July 1776, American Declaration of Independence. 17 December 1903, Wilbur and Orville Wright made the first flight remaining in the air for 12 seconds and covering 120 feet. 6 August 1945, Hiroshima Day. 30th January 1948, Assassination of Mahatma Gandhi. 12th April 1961, Yuri Gagarin became the first human to orbit the Earth. 20th July 1969, Neil Armstrong became the first human to set foot on the moon. I spotted it in a junk shop in Bridport, a roll-top desk. The man said it was early 19th century and oak. I had wanted one, but they were far too expensive. This one was in a bad condition, the roll-top in several pieces, one leg clumsily mended, scorch marks all down one side. It was going for very little money. I thought I could restore it. It would be a risk, a challenge, but I had to have it. I paid the man and brought it back to my workroom at the back of the garage. I began work on it on Christmas Eve. The author visited a junk shop in Bridport. He had found a roll-top desk there and he wanted to buy it. The shopkeeper informed him the roll-top was from early 19th century and was made of oak. So it was expensive. The roll-top was in a bad condition. One of its legs was loosely mended and there were marks of burning on the other side. The author really wanted to buy it and he thought that he would be able to repair it. He bought the roll-top desk and began working on it on a Christmas Eve. I removed the roll-top completely and pulled out the drawers. The veneer had lifted almost everywhere. It looked like water damage to me. Both fire and water had clearly taken their toll on this desk. The last drawer was stuck fast. I tried all I could to ease it out gently. In the end, I used brute force. I struck it sharply with the side of my fist and the drawer flew open to reveal a shallow space underneath a secret drawer. There was something in there. I reached in and took out a small black tin box. Cello-taped to the top of it was a piece of lined note paper and written on it in shaky handwriting. Jim's last letter, received January 25, 1915. To be buried with me when the time comes. I knew as I did it that it was wrong of me to open the box, but curiosity got the better of my scruples. It usually does. He removed the roll-top completely and pulled out the drawers. The veneer had come off at many places. The author thought it was damaged due to water and fire. The last drawer was shut tight and would not come out easily. When he pulled out the last drawer, he discovered a secret drawer with a black tin box. There was a note taped to the top of the lid which read, Jim's last letter received January 25, 1915. To be buried with me when the time comes. It is certainly a bad habit to read someone's letter. But curiosity got the better of the author, and he opened the box. Inside the box there was an envelope. The address read, Mrs. Jim Macpherson, 12 Copper Beeches, Bridport, Dorset. I took out the letter and unfolded it. It was written in pencil and dated at the top, December 26, 1914. He found an envelope inside the box with Mrs. Jim Macpherson's name and address. He took out the letter and opened it. It was dated December 26, 1914. Now let's discuss the comprehension check. What did the author find in a junk shop? The author found an early 19th century roll-top desk in the junk shop. Second one, what did he find in a secret drawer? Who do you think had put it in there? In the secret drawer of the desk, the author found a small tin box. I think the owner of the roll-top desk might have put it there. Thank you. We will meet again in the next class.